I'm Nathan Schott, and I'd like to do my persuasive speech on legalization of cannabis today. Drugs have been a part of society for many years, whether that be prescription, alcohol, tobacco, and even caffeine. These are all considered drugs. So why are some drugs legal and others not? Today I want to talk about the legalization of cannabis. Cannabis has been a part of America since the Declaration of Independence was signed by John Hancock on a piece of hemp paper. I'm not saying cannabis is not a drug and should not be taken seriously, but I'd like to show you how cannabis, if legalized, could do wonders for the world. Cannabis was even in the Bible. In Genesis 1:29, God says, "Behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the face of the earth, and every tree that with seeds." Cannabis is both a plant and it both has seeds, and I feel God given it for us. Economically, America is $13 trillion in debt as of today, and that number keeps climbing. If cannabis is legal, there are 25,000 different ways it can be used. 25,000 means people are getting hired, more jobs are opening up, and more money for the economy. I'm not saying multi-billion-dollar industry would boost the national debt immensely, but it will definitely help. Medically, cannabis helps thousands daily, from cancer patients who are dying nonetheless, and people like Montel Williams who have MS who swear by it. If you're still skeptical about cannabis, let me show you some facts. Here are some annual death rates from tobacco, alcohol, and other drugs. Tobacco kills 400,000 people annually. Alcohol kills 100,000 annually. Other hard drugs kill 20 and 15,000. Caffeine even kills 2. Aspirin kills 500. But cannabis kills 0. There have been some studies done of the medical effects and the effects of prolonged smoking on students. In 1997 at UCLA Med School, they did a study on 243 smokers over 8 years, and they found that there are no effects on their lungs, causing cancer, on their brain damage and their cell walls and the rest of their bodies. Also, if cannabis was legalized, many Americans would not be in prisons. Since 1990, 5.9 million Americans have been arrested. In 2000, 700,000 were arrested. Of those 700,000, 88%, or 600,000, were arrested for simple possession charges. Only 12% were arrested for manufacturing and dealing. If we take away this simple possession charge, that will free up America's jails and money immensely. I would like to address many people's worries and fears about cannabis and see if they're really true. One myth about smoking is that it will cause cancer. Unlike tobacco, smoking cannabis does not have any cancer-causing additives in it. Another great myth is that it is a gateway drug. Yes, people who use cannabis do abuse other drugs, but the U.S. government study suggested that 75% who have used this drug have never tried any other hard drug in their life. Another common fact is that cannabis is addictive. Unlike other hard drugs, cannabis is not addicting but is habit-forming. But studies have shown that cannabis is no more habit-forming than caffeine. Now that I've addressed your fears, shown you medical studies, and informed you how cannabis can boost our economy, I would like to say that cannabis should be legalized and is looked at as a double standard in America today. Next time you turn the news on or hear about the national debt, or hear about another tobacco or alcohol-related death, I ask you to think about cannabis and see if it is really that bad.